All right, folks, buckle up. Because today we're diving deep into, this content that's top of mind for many sales leaders, hiring managers, and executives.
Yeah.
How do we cultivate the next generation of sales leadership talent? We're seeing a major shift in the sales landscape.
Right.
And frankly, traditional leadership models just aren't cutting it anymore.
Yeah, it's fascinating because while many salespeople excel in their individual roles, the prospect of leading a team can be daunting.
Right.
It's a whole different ballgame.
For sure.
It requires a shift in mindset from individual targets to building and motivating a high-performing team.
Exactly. And that's where today's deep dive comes in.
Yeah.
We're going to unpack how to grow your sales career, the latest guide from the Sales Experts.
Okay.
This resource is packed with actionable insights on making that transition.
Yeah.
From sales superstar to sales leadership rock star.
One of the first things the sales experts emphasize is the importance of mastering the fundamentals.
Yeah.
It might seem obvious, but you can't effectively lead a sales team if you haven't walked the walk yourself.
Right. Strong leadership is built on a foundation of proven sales expertise.
Exactly.
So for those of you listening who are thinking about stepping into a leadership role, or maybe you're already leading a team and looking to level up your skills, what are some of those core sales competencies that the sales experts highlight?
They break it down into 3 key areas.
Okay.
Deep product knowledge.
Yeah.
Building lasting client relationships.
All right.
And a commitment to continuous learning.
Okay, so starting with deep product knowledge, what does that really mean in the context of sales leadership?
That deep product knowledge is about being the go-to expert. Able to answer any question a client throws your way.
Right.
And really understanding the value proposition you're offering.
It's about being able to articulate that value clearly and persuasively, and also anticipate potential objections and address them proactively.
Absolutely. Then there's building relationships that go beyond transactional interactions.
Right.
It's about understanding your client's needs, building trust, and becoming a true partner in their success.
Yeah.
This is especially crucial in today's market.
Yeah.
Where customer loyalty is harder than ever to earn.
The sales experts actually offer a really interesting tip here. They suggest using the echo technique during client interactions.
Oh, interesting.
It's about repeating the last few words of what someone has said to demonstrate you're truly listening and engaged.
That's a fantastic technique. It shows you're not just waiting for your turn to speak, but actually absorbing what the client is saying and making them feel heard. And finally, they stress the importance of continuous learning.
Right.
The sales landscape is dynamic.
Always changing.
So staying ahead of the curve is crucial.
So how do you do that?
Whether it's attending industry conferences, reading the latest sales books, or even shadowing top performers within your organization.
And
it's about being a lifelong student of the game.
That's so key.
Yeah.
The best salespeople and the best leaders I've known are the ones who are always curious, always looking to improve their skills and expand their knowledge.
Yeah.
They see every interaction, every challenge as an opportunity to learn and grow.
I love that.
And, speaking of continuous learning, this next point from the sales experts really resonated with me.
Okay.
The importance of communication as a leadership tool.
Communication is key.
It seems simple, but effective communication is often what separates good leaders from great ones.
Absolutely. The sales experts break down communication into 3 crucial areas for sales leaders: active listening, clear articulation, and feedback reception.
Okay, let's unpack those.
Sure.
Active listening, I think we all know, is essential for building strong relationships with clients, understanding their needs and concerns, and tailoring your approach accordingly. But what about when it comes to leading a team?
Yeah.
How does active listening play a role there?
It's equally critical.
Okay.
As a leader, you need to be attuned to your team members.
Yeah.
Picking up on not just what they're saying, but also what they might not be saying.
Oh, that's interesting.
Are they feeling overwhelmed?
Right.
Do they lack confidence in a particular area? Are there any underlying issues impacting their performance?
It's about reading between the lines, observing body language.
Yes.
And creating a safe space where your team members feel comfortable coming to you with their concerns and ideas.
Exactly. And once you've truly listened and understood those concerns, that's where clear articulation comes in.
Okay.
It's not enough to just have a vision.
Right.
You need to be able to communicate it in a way that's clear, concise, and inspiring.
The sales experts actually offer a really practical suggestion here.
What's that?
They recommend using storytelling to communicate your vision,
Oh, interesting.
making it more relatable and memorable for your team.
Yeah.
They say a good story can tap into emotions, create a shared sense of purpose, and really bring that vision to life.
That's so true. I've seen firsthand how a well-told story can completely shift the energy in a room.
For sure.
And get everyone aligned around a common goal.
And finally, sales experts talk about the importance of feedback reception.
Right.
It's about being open to feedback, even if it's tough to hear, and using it as an opportunity for growth.
Yes.
This is something I think a lot of people struggle with, especially if they've been very successful in their sales roles.
Right.
They might think, well, I'm doing great, why change?
Yeah.
But to be a truly effective leader, you need to be coachable.
Right.
You need to be able to adapt and evolve based on feedback from your team, your peers, and even your clients.
Couldn't agree more. And this leads us to another crucial aspect of sales leadership that the sales experts highlight. Emotional intelligence, or EQ.
Now, EQ has become a bit of a buzzword these days.
It has.
But is it really that important for sales leaders?
It is.
Some people might argue that it's all about the numbers, about closing deals and hitting targets.
Yeah, I could see that.
How do the sales experts specifically link EQ to sales leadership success?
They make a compelling case.
Okay.
They argue that EQ is essential for understanding team dynamics, fostering strong client relationships, and navigating the complexities of leadership in today's fast-paced business environment.
So it's not just about those hard skills.
Right.
It's also about those soft skills, that emotional intelligence.
Exactly.
Okay, so what are some of the key components of EQ that they highlight?
They focus on two key components, self-awareness and empathy.
Okay, let's break those down.
Okay.
Self-awareness, I imagine, is about understanding your own emotions,
Yes.
your strengths and weaknesses, and how you impact others.
Right.
It's like having that internal mirror reflecting back at you,
Yeah.
helping you understand how you're coming across, and making sure your actions align with your intentions.
Precisely. And here's a concrete example of how EQ plays out in a sales leadership scenario.
Yeah.
Imagine a team member is consistently underperforming.
Okay.
A leader with high EQ wouldn't just reprimand them.
Yeah.
They'd try to understand the underlying cause.
Right.
Maybe they're dealing with a personal issue.
Right.
Or lack confidence in a certain area. By being self-aware and empathetic,
Right.
you can approach the situation with understanding
Right.
and tailor your support accordingly.
That's a great point. It's about recognizing that everyone is coming to the table with their own unique experiences, strengths, and challenges. And as a leader, it's your job to create an environment where everyone feels supported and empowered to succeed.
Exactly. And that brings us to the second key component of EQ. Empathy.
Empathy.
The ability to understand and share the feelings of others. This is crucial for building strong relationships, resolving conflicts effectively, and motivating your team.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
It's not enough to just tell your team what to do.
Right.
You need to be able to connect with them on a human level.
Yes.
Understand their perspectives and inspire them to achieve their best.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the sales experts argue that this ability to connect, to understand different perspectives, is what sets apart truly exceptional sales leaders.
Okay, so we've got those core sales skills.
Yes.
We've got communication. We've got EQ. What's next?
Now, building on this foundation of core sales skills, communication, and EQ, the sales experts then delve into the specific leadership skills that are critical for success.
Okay, let's talk about those.
Sure.
What are some of the key leadership skills that the sales experts highlight in their guide?
They categorize them into three main areas.
Okay.
Visionary thinking, team management, and strategic planning.
All right, so let's start with visionary thinking.
Okay.
What does that really mean in the context of sales leadership?
Visionary thinking is about setting clear goals and painting a compelling picture of the future, inspiring your team to achieve something bigger than themselves.
It's about giving them something to strive for, something to believe in.
Exactly. And then there's team management.
Team management.
Which is a whole universe unto itself.
I know, right?
It encompasses everything from motivating and empowering your team members to resolving conflicts and providing constructive feedback.
Yeah.
And of course, there's performance management, which involves setting clear expectations, tracking progress, and coaching individuals to reach their full potential.
It's like being a coach, a mentor, and a cheerleader all rolled into one.
It is.
But how do the sales experts suggest leaders approach team management?
Yeah.
In a way that fosters both individual growth and collective success.
They highlight the importance of delegation.
Delegation.
It's not about micromanaging every task,
Right.
but empowering your team members to take ownership and develop their skills.
Yeah, give them that ownership.
Exactly.
Makes them feel valued.
They also stress the importance of recognizing and rewarding achievements, both big and small.
Yeah, celebrate those wins.
Exactly. A simple thank you or a public acknowledgement of a job well done can go a long way in boosting morale and motivation.
Those are some great points. Now we've covered mastering the fundamentals.
Yes.
Honing communication skills. Yeah. Embracing the power of EQ.
Right.
And developing those core leadership skills.
Yeah.
What else do the sales experts have to say about making that transition to sales leadership?
Well, they also emphasize the importance of networking and building your personal brand.
Interesting. So it's not just about what you know.
Right.
It's also about who you know.
Uh-huh.
And how you present yourself to the world.
Exactly. Networking is essential for connecting with other sales professionals.
Uh-huh.
Learning from their experiences. And building relationships that can open doors for career advancement.
It's about expanding your circle of influence.
Yes.
And tapping into the collective wisdom of the sales community.
And in today's digital age,
right,
building your personal brand is more important than ever.
Absolutely. The sales experts highlight the power of online platforms like LinkedIn and industry forums.
Right.
For sharing your expertise, connecting with other thought leaders, and positioning yourself as a valuable resource within the sales community.
It's about getting your name out there and showcasing your thought leadership.
That's so important.
It is.
Because it's not always enough to just be good at your job.
Right.
You also need to be able to articulate your value. Demonstrate your thought leadership.
Yes.
And make those connections that can propel your career forward.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered networking and personal branding.
Yeah.
What other advice do the sales experts offer for aspiring sales leaders?
Well, they also stress the importance of seeking guidance and mentorship.
Now, this is something I'm a huge believer in.
Yeah, me too.
Having mentors throughout my career has been invaluable.
I can imagine.
What specific guidance do the sales experts offer on this front?
They recommend actively seeking out mentors who have successfully navigated the transition to sales leadership.
Okay.
These individuals can offer invaluable insights, share their experiences, and provide guidance based on their own journeys.
It's like having a seasoned guide to help you navigate the terrain.
Exactly.
Someone who's already been there and can help you avoid potential pitfalls.
Absolutely. It's about finding those individuals who have walked the path you're on.
Right.
And can offer wisdom and support based on their own successes and failures.
Exactly. It's about tapping into that experience.
Yes.
Learning from their mistakes and benefiting from their insights.
And in addition to mentorship, the sales experts also suggest investing in professional coaching.
Professional coaching.
A good coach can provide personalized guidance, help you identify your strengths and weaknesses, and develop a tailored plan to achieve your leadership goals.
It's like having a personal trainer for your career.
Exactly.
Someone who can help you push past your limits and achieve your full potential.
They emphasize that both mentorship and coaching can be incredibly valuable investments for aspiring sales leaders.
Now, building on this foundation of guidance and support, the sales experts also highlight the importance of understanding the bigger picture.
The bigger picture.
What do they mean by that?
They're talking about expanding your knowledge beyond the sales department.
Okay.
And gaining insights into other key areas of the business, like marketing, finance, and operations.
So it's about breaking out of that sales silo.
Yes.
And developing a more holistic understanding of how the entire organization functions.
Precisely. Because as a sales leader, you'll be making decisions that impact not just your team, but the entire company. And to make informed strategic decisions, you need to understand how all the pieces fit together.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to get caught up in the day-to-day of your own department. And lose sight of the bigger picture. But this idea of developing a broader business perspective is so crucial for anyone aspiring to leadership.
I agree.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
The importance of mentorship, the power of coaching,
and
the need to understand the bigger picture. What else do the sales experts emphasize in their guide to becoming a sales leader?
Well, they also stress the importance of demonstrating results and taking initiative.
Okay, so it's not just about talking the talk.
Right.
It's about walking the walk.
Exactly. They emphasize that a strong track record
Yeah.
of consistently exceeding expectations is essential for building credibility and demonstrating your leadership potential.
So it's like saying,
Yeah.
look, I can not only achieve great results myself, but I can also inspire others to do the same.
Precisely. And beyond just achieving results, they also highlight the importance of taking initiative. This could involve proposing new ideas, identifying opportunities for improvement, or going above and beyond to contribute to the team's success.
So it's about being proactive.
Yes.
Showing that you're not afraid to take ownership and make things happen.
Exactly. And sales experts emphasize that this proactive, results-oriented mindset is a key differentiator for aspiring leaders.
I see what you mean.
It's about showing that you're not just content with the status quo. You're always looking for ways to improve, to innovate, to push the boundaries.
Right. Always striving for better.
And I think that ties in nicely to their final point.
What's that?
Which is about embracing challenges and committing to continuous improvement.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
The sales experts acknowledge that the path to leadership isn't always smooth sailing.
It's not.
There will be challenges, setbacks, and unexpected obstacles along the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's about having that resilience.
Resilience.
That ability to bounce back from adversity and keep moving forward.
Even when things get tough.
Exactly. And they emphasize the importance of adaptability.
Adaptability.
Being able to adjust to changing market conditions, internal dynamics, and unforeseen circumstances.
So it's about being flexible.
Yeah.
Being able to pivot when necessary.
Right.
And not getting thrown off course by unexpected twists and turns.
Exactly. And along with adaptability, they also stress the importance of continuous improvement.
Continuous improvement, yeah.
This means constantly seeking out new knowledge, honing your skills, and embracing a lifelong learning mindset.
So it's about recognizing that you're never truly done learning and growing.
Right.
Even when you've reached a leadership position.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And the sales experts emphasize that this commitment to continuous improvement is what sets apart truly exceptional leaders from the rest.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From mastering the fundamentals of sales to developing those core leadership skills, embracing the power of EQ, networking, and building your personal brand, seeking guidance and mentorship, understanding the bigger picture, demonstrating results, and taking initiative, and finally, embracing challenges and committing to continuous improvement.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. It's an impressive roadmap for anyone aspiring to make that leap to sales leadership.
Absolutely. And I think one of the most important takeaways from how to grow your sales career is that becoming a successful sales leader is a journey, not a destination.
It's a journey.
It's about constantly evolving learning and pushing yourself to be the best leader you can be.
And while the path may be challenging,
it is.
The rewards of building a high-performing team, driving sales success, and making a real impact on your organization are immeasurable.
That's a great point. And I think it's important to remember that leadership is not just about titles or positions. It's about influence, inspiration, and making a positive difference in the lives of others.
Absolutely. And I think that's a powerful message for anyone listening who's considering taking on a leadership role.
I agree.
Now, before we move on to our next point, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question. Inspired by the sales experts. If you were to build your own sales team from scratch, what qualities would you prioritize in your first hires? And how would you cultivate those qualities within yourself?
Wow, that's a great question. It really forces you to think about the core values and skills that are essential for building a truly exceptional sales team.
Exactly.
And it also challenges you to reflect on your own leadership journey. And identify areas where you can continue to grow and develop.
Exactly. And I think that's a perfect note to transition to our next topic. We're going to delve into the different types of sales leaders because leadership isn't one size fits all, is it?
No, absolutely not.
Just like there are different sales styles. There are different leadership approaches that are going to resonate with different teams and individuals.
For sure.
So what kinds of leadership styles do the sales experts discuss?
They highlight a few common archetypes.
Okay.
You've got the visionary leader.
The visionary leader.
Who inspires and motivates with a compelling vision of the future.
Yeah.
They paint the big picture, tap into their team's aspirations, and create a sense of shared purpose that drives everyone forward.
That sounds like the kind of leader who can really rally a team around a common goal.
Yes.
Especially in times of change or uncertainty.
Exactly. Then there's the strategic leader.
The strategic leader.
Who excels at planning, analyzing market trends, and making data-driven decisions.
So they're very analytical.
They are.
Data-driven.
They're the ones who create the roadmap to success. Identify opportunities for growth.
Yeah.
And ensure the team's efforts are aligned with the overall business objectives.
So if the visionary leader is all about the why, the strategic leader is more focused on the how.
Right.
The practical steps needed to turn that vision into reality.
Precisely. And then you've got the coaching leader.
It's coaching leader.
Who focuses on developing individual team members. Providing guidance and helping them reach their full potential.
Okay.
They're the ones who invest in their team's growth. Create a culture of learning and development.
Right.
And empower individuals to take ownership and excel in their roles.
So the coaching leader is all about empowering their team.
Yes.
Fostering that growth mindset. And recognizing that individual success contributes to the overall success of the team.
Exactly. And each of these styles has its strengths and weaknesses.
Right, of course.
The key is to understand your own natural tendencies and then consciously develop the skills needed to be a well-rounded leader.
So it's not about trying to fit into a specific mold.
No.
But rather figuring out what kind of leader you are at your core.
Right.
And then building upon that foundation.
Yes.
Expanding your skill set to become more adaptable and effective in different situations.
That's exactly right. The sales experts provide some really helpful self-assessment tools and exercises to help you identify your dominant leadership style and then work on those areas where you might need to stretch and grow.
I love that.
And I think that's so valuable because self-awareness is the foundation of effective leadership.
Absolutely. If you don't understand your own strengths and weaknesses,
right.
How can you expect to lead others effectively?
Exactly.
Now, one thing I've noticed in my own career is that the best sales leaders are often those who have a deep understanding of their team's individual strengths and weaknesses.
That's true.
It's like they know how to play to each person's unique talents and create a team dynamic where everyone thrives.
That's such a keen observation.
Oh, thanks.
And the sales experts echo that sentiment.
Okay.
They dedicate a whole section to the art of building and managing high-performing sales teams.
Yeah, building that dream team. Right?
Exactly. And it all starts with hiring the right people.
Okay, let's dig into that.
Right.
What are some of their key insights on building a stellar sales team?
Yeah.
Beyond just looking at resumes and checking off boxes.
Well, they emphasize the importance of hiring for cultural fit.
Cultural fit.
It's about looking beyond just skills and experience and identifying individuals who align with your company's values.
Right.
Who are passionate about your products or services.
Yeah.
And who possess that innate drive to succeed.
Yeah, that internal motivation.
You want people who are not only talented, but also a good fit for the team's overall vibe and mission.
It's about finding those people who are going to complement the team.
Right.
Enhance the culture.
Because when you have a team that's aligned culturally, it creates a more cohesive, collaborative, and ultimately more successful work environment.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I've seen firsthand how cultural mismatches can lead to conflicts.
Oh, for sure.
Communication breakdowns, and ultimately a decrease in morale and productivity.
Exactly.
So how do the sales experts suggest leaders go about identifying those individuals who are the right cultural fit?
They recommend incorporating behavioral interview questions into the hiring process.
Behavioral interview questions, okay.
These are questions designed to uncover a candidate's values, work style, and how they approach challenges and successes.
So it's not just about what they've done,
right? But
it's about how they think,
exactly,
how they approach problems.
Yeah. For example, you might ask a candidate to describe a time they had to deal with a difficult client,
right?
Or a time they went above and beyond to achieve a goal. Their answers can reveal a lot about their mindset,
right?
Their resilience, and their overall approach to sales and teamwork.
Those are some really valuable insights.
Yeah.
Now, once you've assembled a great team,
right,
What are some key strategies for managing that team effectively
Okay.
and creating an environment where they can thrive?
The sales experts emphasize the importance of setting clear expectations from the get-go.
Clear expectations.
Your team needs to understand their individual roles and responsibilities,
Mm.
as well as how their work contributes to the overall team goals.
Right, so everyone knows where they fit in
Exactly.
and how their individual contributions are part of that larger picture.
And this involves more than just handing them a job description.
Yeah.
It's about having ongoing conversations,
Right.
providing regular feedback,
Uh,
and ensuring everyone is on the same page.
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Clear communication is crucial for any team,
it is.
but especially in sales, where things are constantly changing and evolving.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And beyond clear communication,
Yeah.
it's also about providing the necessary resources and support.
Okay, what does that look like?
This could include things like ongoing training and development opportunities.
Right, investing in your team.
Access to the latest sales tools and technologies.
To be up to date.
And a supportive management structure.
Yeah.
That empowers individuals to take ownership and make decisions.
Those are all really important elements.
They are.
Now, one thing I've always admired about great sales leaders is their ability to stay calm and collected under pressure.
Yeah.
It's like they have this innate ability to navigate challenges and keep the team focused on the goals.
Right.
Even when things get tough.
That's a hallmark of true leadership.
It is. Expert speaker.
And the sales experts devote a whole chapter to the importance of resilience and adaptability in sales leadership.
Okay.
They argue that these qualities are essential for navigating the inevitable ups and downs of the market, dealing with internal team dynamics, and overcoming unforeseen obstacles.
So it's about having that mental toughness.
Yeah.
That ability to bounce back from setbacks.
Exactly.
And keep moving forward.
Exactly. And they offer some really insightful strategies for developing resilience.
Okay, like what?
One of the things they emphasize is the importance of practicing mindfulness and stress reduction techniques.
That's interesting. I've heard a lot about the benefits of mindfulness in recent years.
Yeah.
But I hadn't really considered its application in a sales leadership context.
It's very relevant.
How do the sales experts suggest leaders incorporate mindfulness into their daily routine?
They recommend setting aside a few minutes each day for mindfulness exercises such as meditation or deep breathing.
Oh, okay.
These practices can help calm the mind, reduce stress levels, and improve focus and concentration.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Sales can be a high-pressure environment.
They can.
So having those tools to manage stress and stay grounded is crucial, not just for the leader's well-being, but also for the well-being of the entire team.
Absolutely. The sales experts also stress the importance of cultivating a positive mindset and seeking support from mentors and peers.
Oh, that's important.
They argue that having a strong support network can make a huge difference in a leader's ability to navigate challenges and maintain resilience over the long term.
Those are all fantastic points. Now, one of the things I've always found fascinating about sales is that it's constantly evolving.
It is.
New technologies, new sales methodologies, new customer expectations.
Right.
It's a dynamic field that requires a constant willingness to learn and adapt.
Absolutely. And that's why the sales experts emphasize the importance of continuous learning for sales leaders.
Makes sense.
They argue that staying ahead of the curve requires a commitment to ongoing professional development.
Yeah. So how do you do that?
Whether that's attending industry conferences, reading books and articles, taking online courses, or simply seeking out opportunities to learn from others.
So it's about having that growth mindset.
Yeah.
That insatiable curiosity to learn and evolve.
Precisely. And they highlight the importance of not just acquiring new knowledge, but also applying it in practical ways to improve your leadership skills and drive sales success.
It's just about turning that knowledge into action.
Yes.
Constantly experimenting and refining your approach based on what you learn.
Exactly. And they offer some great advice on how to create a culture of continuous learning within your team.
Like what? What would be an example?
From encouraging knowledge sharing to providing opportunities for professional development and celebrating those who embrace a growth mindset.
I love that.
For example, they suggest implementing regular lunch and learn sessions.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Where team members can share their expertise on a particular topic or a new sales technique they've been trying out.
That's a great idea. It creates a more collaborative learning environment.
Exactly.
And allows team members to learn from each other's experiences and perspectives.
For sure.
Now, we've talked a lot about the internal aspects of sales leadership.
Yes.
Building a strong team, developing resilience,
right,
and fostering a culture of continuous learning.
Yeah.
But what about the external factors that impact sales success?
Right.
Things like market trends, competitor analysis, and evolving customer expectations.
Yeah, those are all important.
How do the sales experts address those?
That's a great question. And they dedicate a significant portion of their book to the importance of developing a strategic mindset as a sales leader.
So it's about looking beyond just your team.
Right.
Looking beyond just your immediate goals and really understanding those external forces that are at play.
They argue that to be truly effective, you need to have a deep understanding of the market you're operating in, the competitive landscape, and the evolving needs and expectations of your target customers.
So it's about taking that big picture view, looking beyond the day-to-day operations, and really understanding the forces that are shaping the sales landscape.
Exactly. And they provide a framework for conducting thorough market research, analyzing competitor strategies, and identifying emerging trends that could impact your sales success.
So they're giving you those tools to really analyze the market and understand where you fit in.
They suggest using tools like SWOT analysis to identify your team's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats in the current market.
That's a really helpful framework.
It is.
It allows you to assess your position in the market, identify areas where you have a competitive advantage, and develop strategies to capitalize on those strengths.
Exactly. And the sales experts also emphasize the importance of staying agile and adaptable.
Being able to pivot when you need to.
They argue that the most successful sales leaders
are those who can anticipate changes, adjust their strategies accordingly, and pivot quickly when needed.
That makes a lot of sense. The sales landscape is constantly shifting.
It is.
So being able to adapt to those changes is crucial for staying ahead of the curve and maintaining a competitive edge.
Absolutely. And they offer some practical tips.
Like what?
On how to build a more agile sales team. Such as encouraging experimentation with new sales techniques, staying abreast of industry trends, and fostering a culture of open communication where team members feel comfortable sharing their ideas and insights.
Those are all great suggestions. Now, one of the things I've always found inspiring about great sales leaders is their ability to create a shared vision and inspire their teams to achieve something truly remarkable. It's like they have this gift for tapping into people's passions and motivating them to reach their full potential.
That's the magic of inspirational leadership.
It is. And the sales experts dedicate a whole chapter to the art of creating a compelling vision and communicating it in a way that resonates with your team.
So how do they suggest you do that?
They argue that a strong vision serves as a guiding star, providing direction, purpose, and a sense of shared identity.
So it's about giving people something to believe in, something bigger than themselves to strive for.
Exactly. And they offer some really insightful tips on how to craft a vision that is both aspirational and achievable, and how to communicate it in a way that inspires action and fosters a sense of collective ownership.
It's about painting that picture of the future. Connecting it to the team's values and aspirations and making them feel like they're an integral part of something truly special.
Precisely. And they emphasize the importance of not just communicating the vision, but also living it. Embodying the values and behaviors you want to see in your team.
So it's about walking the talk.
Leading
by example. And demonstrating through your actions that you truly believe in the vision you're espousing.
Exactly. And they offer some really practical advice on how to do this.
Like what?
From celebrating successes to acknowledging setbacks with transparency and using every interaction as an opportunity to reinforce the shared vision and values.
That's so important.
It is.
It's about creating that alignment between words and actions. Building trust and credibility and inspiring your team to strive for excellence.
Now, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive into sales leadership.
We have.
From the core skills and qualities to the strategic mindset and the art of inspirational leadership.
Yeah.
But one thing I'd love to explore further is the idea of mentorship and coaching.
Oh, yeah. Let's dig into that.
The sales experts touched on this earlier.
It did.
But I think it deserves a deeper dive.
Absolutely. What more do they have to say?
The sales experts dedicate a whole section to the importance of seeking guidance and support throughout your leadership journey.
Makes sense.
They argue that having mentors who can offer advice, share their experiences, and provide a sounding board for your ideas can be invaluable.
It's like having those seasoned guides to help you navigate the terrain.
Exactly.
Those who've already walked the path you're on and can offer insights and perspectives you might not have considered.
Exactly. And they offer some really helpful tips on how to identify and cultivate meaningful mentor relationships.
Yeah, how do you find those mentors?
From networking within your industry to reaching out to those you admire and respectfully requesting their guidance.
So it's about putting yourself out there.
Yes.
Recognizing that you need those mentors and that it's okay to ask for help.
It's about being proactive.
Right.
Recognizing that you don't have to go it alone and seeking out those who can help you grow and develop as a leader.
Exactly. And in addition to mentorship, they also highlight the value of professional coaching.
Professional coaching.
What's the difference?
A good coach can provide objective feedback. Help you identify blind spots. And develop a personalized plan to achieve your leadership goals.
So it's more structured.
It can be.
More targeted.
Right.
It's like having that personal trainer for your career.
Exactly.
Someone who can push you to step outside your comfort zone, challenge your assumption, and help you unlock your full potential.
Exactly. And they emphasize that investing in coaching can be a game changer for aspiring sales leaders.
I can see that.
Providing the personalized support and guidance needed to accelerate their growth and achieve breakthrough results.
Now, as we wrap up this deep dive into how to grow your sales career by the sales experts, I want to touch on one final point they make: the importance of embracing challenges and committing to continuous improvement.
Absolutely. They argue that the journey to sales leadership is not a linear path.
It's not.
But rather a series of ups and downs, triumphs and setbacks. It's about having that resilience, that ability to bounce back from adversity and keep moving forward even when things get tough.
Exactly. And they offer some really insightful strategies for developing resilience. From practicing mindfulness and gratitude to cultivating a strong support network and reframing challenges as opportunities for growth.
I love that.
It's about shifting your perspective. Focusing on what you can control and using every experience, both positive and negative, as a learning opportunity.
Precisely. And along with resilience, they also emphasize the importance of continuous improvement.
Continuous improvement, always learning.
They argue that the best sales leaders are those who are never satisfied with the status quo, who are always looking for ways to learn, grow, and evolve their approach.
So it's about having that growth mindset. That insatiable curiosity to explore new ideas, experiment with new approaches, and constantly push the boundaries of what's possible.
Exactly. And they offer some practical tips on how to cultivate a culture of continuous improvement within your team.
How do you do that?
From encouraging open feedback and knowledge sharing to providing opportunities for professional development and celebrating those who embrace a learning mindset.
I love that. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels empowered to learn, grow, and contribute their best ideas.
Precisely. And they argue that by embracing challenges, committing to continuous improvement, and fostering a culture of growth, sales leaders can not only achieve remarkable results, but also create a truly fulfilling and rewarding work experience for themselves and their teams.
That's such an inspiring message.
It is.
It's about recognizing that leadership is not just about achieving targets and driving sales success. It's also about creating a positive impact, empowering others, and making a meaningful contribution to the world.
Absolutely. And I think that's a perfect note to transition to our final thoughts on this deep dive into how to grow your sales career.
I agree. It's been a fascinating exploration.
It has.
Of the skills, qualities, and mindsets that are essential for success in sales leadership.
And I think The sales experts have provided us with a wealth of valuable insights and practical advice that we can all apply to our own journeys.
For sure.
Whether we're aspiring sales leaders, seasoned professionals, or simply those who are curious about the art and science of leadership.
Absolutely. And I encourage all of you listening to delve deeper into their book, How to Grow Your Sales Careers.
It's a great read.
It's a fantastic resource.
It is.
Filled with practical tips, inspiring stories, and actionable advice that can help you unlock your full potential as a sales leader.
And remember, the journey to sales leadership is a marathon, not a sprint.
It's a marathon.
It's about continuous learning, embracing challenges, and cultivating those core skills and qualities that will enable you to lead with confidence, inspire your team, and achieve extraordinary results.
That's a perfect note to end on.
I think so.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of sales leadership.
It was my pleasure.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights.
I hope so.
That you can apply to your own career and leadership journey.
Until next time.
All right, welcome back. We've covered a lot of ground in our deep dive into how to grow your sales career by the sales experts. We've explored the fundamental skills, the importance of communication and EQ, the different leadership styles, and the strategies for building and managing high-performing sales teams. But as with any deep dive, it's not just about absorbing information. It's about extracting those golden nuggets of wisdom, those actionable insights that we can apply to our own careers and leadership journeys.
Absolutely. So let's shift gears and talk about some of the key takeaways that have really resonated with us from this conversation.
Perfect. For me, one of the biggest takeaways is the importance of investing in your team's growth. The sales experts really emphasize the power of mentorship, coaching, and continuous learning opportunities. It's about creating an environment where individuals feel supported and empowered to develop their skills and reach their full potential.
I completely agree. It's about shifting from a mindset of, managing to a mindset of leading. It's about recognizing that your role as a leader is not just to tell people what to do, but to guide, inspire, and empower them to become the best versions of themselves.
That's so well said. It's about creating a culture of growth, where learning is celebrated, feedback is embraced, and everyone is striving for continuous improvement.
And I think that ties in nicely with another key takeaway, the importance of embracing challenges and developing resilience. The sales experts acknowledge that setbacks and obstacles are inevitable on the path to leadership success, but it's how you respond to those challenges that truly defines your leadership.
That's a powerful point. It's about having that grit, that determination to persevere even when things get tough. And it's about recognizing that failures are not the end of the story, but rather opportunities for learning and growth.
Exactly. And they offer some really practical strategies for developing resilience, like practicing mindfulness, cultivating a positive mindset, and seeking support from your network.
And I think it's important to remember that resilience is not just an individual quality. It's something that you can foster within your team as well by creating a culture of psychological safety, where it's okay to take risks, make mistakes, and ask for help you empower your team to be more resilient in the face of challenges.
Absolutely. And that leads us to another crucial takeaway: the importance of developing a strategic mindset. The sales experts really emphasize the need to understand the bigger picture, the market trends, the competitive landscape, and the evolving needs of your customers. It's about thinking strategically, anticipating changes, and positioning your team for long-term success.
That's such a critical point. In today's rapidly changing business environment, it's not enough to just react to what's happening in the market. You need to be proactive, anticipate trends, and develop strategies that will keep your team ahead of the curve.
Exactly. And the sales experts provide some really helpful frameworks and tools for developing that strategic mindset, such as SWOT analysis, competitor research, and customer segmentation.
Those are all valuable resources. Now, before we wrap up, I want to circle back to that thought-provoking question you posed earlier. If you were to build your own sales team from scratch, what qualities would you prioritize in your first hires? And how would you cultivate those qualities within yourself?
That's a great question to reflect on. For me, I would prioritize individuals who are passionate, coachable, and results-oriented. I would look for people who are not only skilled salespeople, but also team players who are eager to learn, willing to collaborate, and committed to continuous improvement. And in terms of cultivating those qualities within myself, I think it's about embodying those values in my own actions, being a role model for my team, and creating a culture where everyone feels empowered to contribute their best.
That's a fantastic answer. And I think it really highlights the core message of How to Grow Your Sales Career by the Sales Experts. It's about recognizing that leadership is not just a position or a title. It's a mindset, a commitment to personal and professional growth, and a dedication to empowering others to reach their full potential.
Absolutely. And I think this book offers a wealth of valuable insights and practical advice for anyone who's looking to develop their leadership skills, whether they're in sales or any other field.
I couldn't agree more. So, for all of you aspiring sales leaders out there, I highly recommend checking out How to Grow Your Sales Career by the Sales Experts. It's a fantastic resource filled with practical tips, inspiring stories, and actionable advice that can help you on your journey to sales leadership success.
And remember, leadership is a journey, not a destination. It's about continuous learning, embracing challenges, and cultivating those core skills and qualities that will enable you to lead with confidence, inspire your team, and achieve extraordinary results.
That's a perfect note to end on. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of sales leadership. We hope you've gained some valuable insights that you can apply to your own career and leadership journey.
Until next time.